Hi there, thanks for watching. Today's video, I'm going to talk to you about the difference between copywriting, content writing, why they're two different skill sets, and what you need to know if you're going to hire one or the other. But before I get into that, I'm Timothy Weir. I am the founder of Fearless Content Group. We're a content marketing company in Nashville, Tennessee. Check us out at fearlessgroup.co. And if this video is helpful to you, be sure to like and subscribe and follow our social media in the description box below. But I want to talk to you today about the difference between a content writer and a copywriter and what you need to know about the two and why are they even two different skill sets. When I first started out as a writer early on in my career, I didn't really give much thought to the two. I mean, in my mind, uh, it was just I was a writer and somebody was paying me to write it, so I did what I did and what I needed to do. But as I've advanced a little bit and really figured out my niche, I've really realized that there are some differences between copywriting and content writing that non-writers don't necessarily get. So if you're not a professional writer, but you're in a startup or small business and you're looking to hire someone, whether you're the founder or a marketing leader, these might be some things that you might want to consider. So I broke it down really into three differences between the two. And let me know in the comments if these make sense or they resonate with you. The first is that a copywriter focuses on promotion, while a content writer is going to focus on education. Uh, when you hire a copywriter, 9 times out of 10, you're hiring them to write ads or to promote something for your business. It may not be a product directly. It could be they're promoting a new newsletter you're launching, or they want somebody to take a particular action on your website. It could be that you're bringing a copywriter is using their copywriting skills to entice somebody to download a piece of content. And that's kind of where you'll see it in this conversation. The two get entangled a lot, and so that's probably why there's sometimes confusion between the two and the fact that they're two different skill sets. But a copywriter is writing something that is supposed to be engaging, fun, exciting, and wants to get somebody to take an action right away. Content writing, on the other hand, focuses more on education. And by education, I don't just mean top of funnel content, which a lot of people think about when you think of educational content. But by education, I mean educating your buyer on all the questions that they're asking as they go along the buyer's journey. So yes, that would include top of funnel content, but it could include middle of funnel content when they're considering various options to the problem that they solve, and you want to position your product or service and the use case there as a potential solution. And it could be a decision level and bottom of funnel education where you're educating them on your business and what you do and why you are better than your competitors. And when you think of content usually isn't something that's going to entice an immediate action, but it's going to be something that helps build a relationship over time. So you'll get their attention with a particular piece of content. Hopefully that'll entice them to subscribe or follow you on social media, or they'll just build up brand equity with them where they'll come back to your channels and be more interested in what you have to offer. And when they are ready to buy what you have, they're going to come back and take a look at you as a potential vendor for them. The second, and I actually just touched on this without even realizing it, is the immediacy versus relationship. A copywriter is writing something that's probably going to be consumed and forgotten very quickly. An advertisement is a great example of that. You're writing a headline and a description that is supposed to get somebody to take action right then, and there is definitely a place for that. In fact, there are a lot of people who are successful with Facebook ads and Instagram ads, and some with banner ads. Retargeting ads are a great way to use copywriting to your advantage. And so copywriting is something that's going to be entice more immediate action. And the second, or the content writing, on the other hand, focuses on building that relationship. I think I mentioned that enough, so don't need to go into that anymore. And then the second or the third reason is copywriting is focused on building an action or promoting an action, driving a particular action, a click, a conversion, a purchase. If you're somebody who your product is not doesn't you don't go through a sales cycle so much as it's a one-click purchase in e-commerce or something like that. Versus with content writing, you are building a brand. You're building somebody who's going to be a trusted partner with you over the long haul. You want somebody to have that relationship, and not just in a B2B sense, because that is very B2B language that I'm using there. And it definitely applies in B2B, but even in B2C, if you have more expensive products that usually your consumers take more time to decide whether they want to purchase it, or you're a software company that offers a free trial to consumers and then wants to convert them into paying customers later, whatever the case may be, content writing is about building that brand and building that one-to-one connection with them. So those are three big differences. So you're talking about promotion versus education, immediacy versus relationship, and action versus brand. Why is this important? And I wanted to describe the differences and go into that before I talked about why it was important. That's kind of a little backwards way of presenting content. But the reason why it's so important is when you have one trying to do the other, that's when you run into issues. If you're having a copywriter write your blog for your website, you're probably going to end up with something that's fluffier, it's not as substantive, and it's focused more on driving an immediate action versus what you want a blog to do. You want a blog to answer whatever question the customer has in the moment, provide an opportunity for them to convert, but if they choose not to, still leaving a positive taste in their mouth when they're walking away, and making sure that they want to come back and learn more about what you have to offer. So you want to make sure that you're using those two skill sets the way that you want to. So if you're looking right now to hire somebody to help grow your brand and grow your business, in terms of presenting thought leadership or bringing in highly qualified leads, you're probably going to want to hire a content writer so that you have that relationship over time. If you want somebody to write ads for you, get a copywriter. Don't bring a content writer. They're probably not going to give you what you're looking for. So I hope that's helpful in breaking it out. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments to see if you have some other thoughts on that. But until then, thanks for watching and go do your thing.